Some people break our hearts without ever giving us anything real in return, yet somehow we still chase them. It feels irrational, painful, confusing, almost like our emotions betray us. But the truth is, falling for emotionally unavailable people isn't random, it's psychological. We are often drawn to what feels familiar, not what feels healthy. If someone grew up around coldness, inconsistency, or emotional distance, it becomes their emotional baseline. The unavailable person feels like a repeating pattern the brain already knows how to respond to. The brain mistakes familiar pain for emotional safety. Stability can feel uncomfortable, while distance feels strangely right. Emotionally unavailable people replicate unresolved childhood dynamics. This pattern forms what psychologists call trauma attraction. The chase becomes addictive because it mirrors early emotional hunger. The pain becomes tied to longing, and longing becomes tied to love. We confuse intensity with compatibility. The harder they are to reach, the more valuable they seem. Our brain chases the psychological reward of being chosen. Eventually, we believe if we can win their love, it will finally heal us. But what we're really trying to fix isn't them, it's the wound inside us. And until we recognize that wound, the cycle continues. Emotionally unavailable people create unpredictable emotional patterns. One moment they open up, the next they disappear. This creates what psychologists call intermittent reinforcement. The uncertainty keeps the brain hooked because the reward is unpredictable. This pattern stimulates dopamine in the same way gambling or addiction does. The small moments of affection feel euphoric because they're rare. The silence that follows creates anxiety, but also craving. The brain becomes obsessed with predicting their behavior. The chase becomes more emotional than the person themselves. Their distance feels like a puzzle we must solve. Every small emotional reward feels like proof we're getting closer. Their inconsistency tricks us into believing progress is happening. Instead of seeing the lack of connection, we romanticize potential. Hope becomes the anchor, not reality. Not reality. And so we stay. Not because it's fulfilling, but because the brain can't let go of the chase. Sometimes, we fall for emotionally unavailable people because they feel like a challenge rather than a choice. Their unpredictability creates a psychological loop similar to gambling. Inconsistent rewards make us try harder. When someone rarely shows affection, every small gesture feels priceless. Our brain mistakenly labels emotional inconsistency as chemistry. The harder they are to reach, the more valuable we assume they must be. Distance feels mysterious, and humans are wired to chase mystery. Deep down, we believe if we can earn their love, it will prove our worth. Their emotional silence forces us to overthink, analyze, and decode every moment. We confuse emotional resistance with emotional intensity. What feels like passion is often just anxiety disguised as attraction. The discomfort becomes addictive because our nervous system adapts to inconsistency. Instead of asking, "Do they choose me?" we ask, "How can I make them choose me?" The pursuit becomes personal, no longer about love, but about winning. This chase can feel intoxicating even when it hurts. The longer the chase, the deeper the emotional investment becomes. Many people fall for emotionally unavailable partners because the dynamic feels familiar, not healthy. If love was unpredictable growing up, stability may now feel boring or unfamiliar. Emotionally distant people awaken unresolved childhood attachment wounds. We subconsciously try to finish the emotional story we couldn't finish as children. The unavailable partner becomes a symbol of the love we never fully received. Healing feels like finally being chosen, even if it never happens. Our nervous system confuses emotional intensity with emotional safety. Familiar pain often feels safer than unfamiliar peace. So we chase love the way we once chased approval. Until we understand this pattern, we repeat it again and again. The attachment is not to the person, but to the emotional pattern. Sometimes the chase feels more meaningful than the relationship itself. We mistake their emotional distance as proof that we must try harder. But love shouldn't feel like chasing permission to exist. Healing begins the moment we recognize the pattern and refuse to repeat it. People who fall for emotionally unavailable partners often cling to potential instead of reality. They don't fall for who the person is, they fall for who they imagine them becoming. The small, rare moments of affection feel like emotional jackpots. Their brain begins to chase unpredictability, mistaking chaos for chemistry. Hope becomes a habit, and disappointment becomes normal. The emotional high after being noticed feels stronger than consistent, stable affection. Consistency feels boring only because inconsistency was normalized. The unavailable partner becomes a puzzle, and the mind feels compelled to solve it. This dynamic triggers a deep emotional addiction, not genuine compatibility. Over time, the chase becomes painful, but letting go feels even scarier. People stay because walking away feels like losing a version of love they were never given growing up. But eventually, the exhaustion becomes louder than the fantasy. Healing begins when they stop asking, "How do I make them love me?" and start asking, "Why don't I love myself enough to walk away?" And with that shift, the cycle finally breaks. If you've ever chased someone emotionally unavailable, remember, it wasn't stupidity, it was survival programming. You weren't seeking chaos, you were searching for the love you never received in the past. But now you know better, and knowing better is the first step to choosing better. If this spoke to you, don't just watch, reflect, learn, and grow. And if you want more content that challenges your mind and heals your patterns, subscribe, like, and share this with someone who needs it. See you in the next one, where we'll continue uncovering the psychology behind the things we feel.